The network has to be prepared to absorb whatever is going to come its way.
We're always preparing. Make sure that the network is working all the time.
We are constantly looking at it. We're constantly monitoring. Take that responsibility very seriously.
Peace, everybody. What's going on? What's going on with you? Peace, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday. It's the weekend. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Family, friends, what's going on? Everybody already know I like to relax for a few minutes before I get into what I'm getting into, feel me? Y'all vibe with me for a second. Just vibe, chill, chill. Staying corona free type shit, feel me? Yeah, that's what you do on quarantine time shit. That's what you do right here. You stay out the way and you mind your business. That's what you do in quarantine time, feel me? Hey, 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 hey. What's going on, everybody? What's up with you? There's some people mad at you that you're still smiling right now. That's why you're supposed to smile good on them, like, you know, a little smirk or something. You don't even got to get crazy. Feel me? It's been about a smooth 10 minutes since I've been on. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? For those that's just tuning in, for those that will tune in later, it's your boy, Eric B. Patterson. Y'all watching Better Us, Better Life TV. On this channel, we speak about different issues, things that affect us either one way or the other. I can't see me getting out of no hole if I don't got a plan for all of us. See, I can want to survive and succeed all I want by myself, but if I don't got a community behind me, if I don't got some good people behind me, it'll all just stay a dream. And I notice You know, I try to live my life and be that example of the type of person that you're supposed to be. It just seemed like when you try hard, they accept you less. They accept you when you're wallowing in your failure. But as soon as you're on your path to try to be more than anybody has ever seen you to be, at those points is when they look at you and treat you differently. You know, everybody is worried about this corona, COVID-19, coronavirus. And I understand that. We are supposed to be highly worried about it, but what about all of them issues that we face every day, that we still facing every day? What about stepping outside your door and it's hard to find genuine, authentic love from your fellow man or from your fellow sister? It's so many other hurdles for us to jump over, conquer, come together way before this coronavirus. You know, in a small way, when you don't contribute no good to this world, when it's all bad and everything about you is all bad, it's kind of like in your own way, you're just as bad as that coronavirus. Isn't that funny? So many of us has been so much poison to other people way before coronavirus even got here. Of course, I'm gonna wash my hands and make sure my hands and my face stay clean so I don't catch no coronavirus. I do that anyway. But I'm not gonna allow no one or no thing to take my eyes off the obvious prize. The obvious prize is the betterment of my people, the betterment of the predicaments that we are in and that we are put in. How so many of us is like swept under the rug, literally. There's not too many people, too many places, too many entities that we can go to and talk about real entities, real situations, life-threatening, mind-altering scenarios. You see, before coronavirus, some of us to each other was already a bad virus that a lot of us needed to stay away from and wash our hands from. You see, I know what we facing every day. Every single day I walk outside my house. I see the misery in people's eyes. uncertainty, the no understanding amongst us, no order of rank, no one to fully respect. You know, I gotta say this. A lot of us are killed for our mother and our father. But we will tarnish and destroy the same neighborhoods that made our mother and father. I don't get it no more. I used to be a part of it. I used to think it was all right and cool to, have my name rolling off a circle, everybody knowing who I am, what I'm doing. I'm getting it, popping all type of tags, going everywhere, doing things. That was cool. In my own little small mind at that time, in my own little small world at that time, you couldn't tell me I wasn't being nothing short of great. It's funny because the same thing that I tried to be great in, I need a lot of us men to hear this. Men, hear me when I say this. I tried to be great in the same thing that destroyed us. Isn't that crazy? Do you not see the fucking craziness in that? Those same streets, those drugs, those guns, all of them phony people around me shouting my name under the pretenses of false love. And I was eating it up. Nobody couldn't tell me I wasn't the man. If I could have been getting pats on the back and and accolades and all of that, or for doing bigger things and better things, that's what I wish now. I should have been investing my mind in being one of the next great architects to build us something that we don't got. I could have put an effort forward to start an organization that by now, after all of these years, probably would have been something beautiful if I would have put that same energy and mind muscle into making that great to the same extent that I did in them streets. I don't regret my life. I don't regret the things I've done to obtain this type of mind. I do regret the years that I've wasted, the time that I've lost, in my immature days, the hearts that I didn't consider. In my immature days, me not considering my own heart and putting myself in certain scenarios or situations for other people to hurt. But y'all don't hear me though. Before I even blame anybody else. The enemy, us in the hood, we call them ops. before I could blame the white man, before I could blame anybody that I've allowed in my life to any capacity, I got to really consider in all scenarios, dynamics, ways, up and down, the person and the role that I've played. I guess we understand what Michael Jackson was talking about when he said the man in the mirror, huh? A lot of us can't face that dude. A lot of us got to understand that some of the things you've done in your life, that doesn't define you. It's who you are now that'll tell the world anything of what you're saying. It's not where you've been. Everybody got a backdrop to their story. Everybody. Ain't nobody, there is nobody's backdrop story more important or more this or more that or nothing more than somebody else's. You know, it's funny. And I'm only saying that even from that aspect because I think it's fucking crazy that a lot of us could expect the same things that we're not given to other people. You know, it's funny because we lost a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships in our past. And we pointed fingers and we blamed people for the same shit that we wasn't even given ourselves. That's insanity. Or one of the ways to explain insanity. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. They don't understand. If most of us was even half of what we demanded or requested from someone else, then I know a lot of people who's laying in the gutter today, and they got a mind, a body, and a soul full of regret from things that they might have done, to the people who they might have lost, to some of the opportunities they might have missed. You know, for every adversity I ever went through in my life, that fuels my fire to burn better. I never want to be nobody's victim in no scenario. In no case, shape, form, or fashion. I don't even want to be my own victim. So I'll leave it up to me to make sure I'm all right. Because I don't want to be the one looking at myself in the mirror and not liking what I see. I actually do give a fuck about that. You know, when you can look at regret, you can look at the other side of life. And I kind of like balance it out a little bit. You know, it's funny because I could regret a lot from my past. I could regret. But what about all of the people that hate me and dislike me and everything that I stand for, still to this very day, who I never did nothing to? You see, regardless of what I've done that I regret, to a lot of people, I would have been a bad guy anyway. So, in response to that, you don't complain about how people treat you. You don't complain about all of that. What you do is you be exactly what they never thought that you could be. Hold on, y'all. Let me get me a cigarette. Yep. So, like I was saying, when people don't know, when you know you're 100% sure in your life, regardless of what you do, you're going to have people that agree with you. Regardless of what you do, you're going to have people that always look at you and point a finger about something. I don't give a fuck about what it is. Hold on, let me get my lighter. I don't give a fuck about what I don't care about what you do in your life. Sometimes you're just gonna have people that just don't see your greatness. Regardless of what you do in your life, you're gonna have people who count you out. Even when there ain't nobody to be counting the motherfucker in the first place, they'll count you out. Isn't that crazy? If I ever pointed a finger at a man or a woman in my past, from a family member to a friend, and I told them anything that they might have done wrong, said wrong, I make sure I display that individual that I ask others to be. It's only you who gonna die with you. It's only you who know your real and the passion. It's only you who can see yourself succeed. You see, when you can see yourself succeed, only thing everybody else around you can do is help your dream come true. But nobody can be your dream for you. You don't need to follow no man. You don't need to follow no woman. If you really love you the way you're supposed to love you, then you follow yourself. Even when you're a leader, a good leader know when to lead. And the best follower knew when and when not to follow. Right? That makes sense, right? You never allow your You never allow your back blocks to rule your future cities. When you've walked those back blocks already and you've moved on in your life, and you got other things going on, other people around you. You don't allow none of that other shit to hold you back. You don't allow nobody, whether they see your dream or not. You don't allow nobody to dictate who you are or who you're not. They're going to see you win some. They're going to see you lose some. But in the midst of your winning and in the midst of your losing, you're going to have people that pray that you fail. And you're also going to have some people that pray that you win. It's up to you to decide, distinguish, and point out the differences in these different characters. You can't dictate or even be mad at people for who they are after a while. Because once you see who they are, it's on you. Your outcome going to be on you. If you got to do the rest of your life in a prison, or even if you wind up with your life in the pine box, ain't nobody going to do that. Ain't nobody going to do that with you. So you figure if you're going to die by yourself, or if the powers that be is able to take some years from your life, that's from your life. You're going to have to do that by yourself. You don't let nobody dictate the outcome of your journey. If you do that, you lost even before you started walking. Feel me? And if you're going to do that, then it's pointless for you to walk. Fuck that. Get your sandal game up. Change up. Nigga, don't walk. For our kids out there, the only thing that could stop y'all at this point right now is y'all. The torch has been passed to the next generation. Some of us know how to move the fuck out the way. Hold on. Some of us know how to move the fuck out the way and allow life to take its course. It's up to y'all to be around the right people. We got a lot of rappers, singers. It's going to be up to y'all to choose the people who y'all choose to follow. If your mother took you to church when you was little, then do you remember in the Bible when they said there will be many false prophecies? I'm sorry, there will be many false prophets. It's extremely rare, very rare that you'll run into a true through and through. Hold on. Yeah. Pardon y'all, pardon. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Youngins, little ones, it's gonna be up to y'all to make y'all decisions. Don't. All this OG shit, that's cool. All of that other shit, that's cool. But if you killed a man today, who gonna hold you down tomorrow? And if y'all got kids, like how a lot of us had kids, and we allowed these streets, these women, these drugs, guns, and all that sucker shit, we put all of that before our kids. And a lot of us is even in ways now that we can't vote. Do you really want that same outcome for yourself? You better think, boy. You better think, girl. Y'all don't want that same outcome. Even if you don't want, or even if you don't know. Hold on. Even if you don't know. Or even if you don't know what you want. I'm telling you, that is not the type of outcome that you should even almost want, y'all. Like, take it from a dude, right, who I didn't have to wait until I got to rock bottom to realize that whole life and that whole lifestyle was for the birds. No, really. It was for the birds. Everything about that lifestyle. Actually, how could y'all really even be satisfied, happy, or even comfortable knowing y'all around people who probably really don't even really give a fuck about you? We ain't going to even say the people that definitely don't give a fuck about you. What about the people? Yo, y'all tripping, man. Y'all need to wisen up. Y'all don't know how many generations before y'all made these same stupid ass, dumbass decisions, same ones y'all making. I'm going to tell you the difference and why I put so much energy and so much emphasis on this one right here. I'm going to tell you the big difference that make this one a little bit more different, you know. The last generations that was as important as these generations was the generations that when they finally released us out of a certain type of way, slavery. At that point, us black people, we had to make a choice. We had to make a choice to either remain in bondage to some degree by will, or we made a choice to go out there and do a whole lot of things that we probably had to do. So at that point, those decisions that our ancestors, our generations before us made, is critical to why we here today. Y'all don't hear me though. Those decisions is critical on why we're here today. Those decisions that are. Guess what? In the game of life, just like in the game of baseball or anything else, nigga, batter up, no homo. It's y'all time. It's y'all time to show the world you're great. The fuck y'all doing? So y'all thinking, here, where my ashtray? So y'all thinking like, so y'all thinking it's lit to only be on y'all twerk game? Is y'all thinking it's lit to it's funny, we was already killing each other. We got corona now and everything else out here. And it's killing me to know that at this point, y'all still don't get the big picture. You know, for some of the grown-ups, you know, you made your decisions. Your life is how you made it. But we don't gotta do this to our kids. We don't gotta be certain type of excuse me. We don't gotta be certain type of parents still. I got a little light cold, y'all. Plus, I'm gonna keep it gangster. I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why I went on here live tonight. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell y'all. Because y'all probably like, he's tripping right now. I'm not, though. I promise you I'm not. I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So I jump on that highway, drive about 4.5 hours. Bow, I jumps on the highway. Because I'm hearing about all of the bullshit that's happening in New York City. So I jump on the highway, I go and get my princess. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I don't know where this whole thing going. I don't know what's up. So this is what we're going to do. You go, you grab you some shit up. Let's go. You going with your pops. Let's go. So I throw her little ass in that truck. We jump up back on the highway. So we gets back on the highway. We get to Boston, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm good. I got my princess with me. I got some boys. They in good hands with Allstate. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got to worry about them. This is the funny shit. So, you know, even when you got kids, but when you're not, you know, playing a direct role in their everyday upbringing, you know, some things you can not see, some things you cannot understand, you could forget, you could whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, since I've had my princess with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting an inside view of a teenager, a female, and just how the mind state is and everything about that. Nigga. I got y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm actually looking for something. All right. So I'm gonna get to the moral of my little short story. So now I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, because I would think any father who actually give a fuck about his kids. I'm thinking, she's a young lady now. She's not a little girl. I call her my princess because she's going to always be my princess. And now I make it my business to show her and be the type of man that she should look forward to being with. And a lot of us men, we can't even picture our own daughter with a man like us. I am literally doing what I can to change that narrative. What got me so upset and so emotionally mad that I want to punch a million, you know what I'm saying, punch a million walls type shit. I'm not that dumb. I'm not going to punch a million walls, but that's just how I feel. From things to where you are at your age, mentally, to how you carry yourself, to how you see life, to how you take care of yourself. And I would be mad, at other people, But the reason, y'all know I'm talking about the other part of her. But the reason I wouldn't be is because this. You've been around me enough, princess. You know how we roll when we roll. We good over here. And just to see, just like her and so many of our kids, they all worried about the wrong shit. Looking at the wrong shit. Like everything, literally. So, me being a father who done been there and done that, how else am I supposed to look at where we're going? It's a link on here, anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind having open discussions. And again, I'm just, everybody is going through what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And I literally, purposely shared me, what ails my heart right this very second. If there's anybody out there that, they got something they might be going through, a scenario that they might want to talk about, or, we don't mind chopping it up. I don't mind chopping it up. Again, I only made this channel for this type of stuff. We can have twerking, we can have all that other shit, but no, we're not. This is the type of shit where it's a difference from when your mind talk. Anybody can say some slick shit. It's a difference from when your mouth talk. Anybody could be heard saying some slick shit. But it's a whole big difference when your heart talk. A nigga gotta feel you. They gotta feel you when your heart talk. And that's my point. How many people you can be around, places that you can venture to, or just in general, to where you can literally be you all the way. Let your heart talk. Let your mind get what it needs. When's the last time you seen a little kid or even a parent talking about, come on, I'm taking this little nigga to the library. I'll wait. A lot of shit is missing. Now, I'm not even saying I'm recommending libraries. I'm just saying it's a lot of shit that us as parents, we don't even do no more. So since they closed the library, excuse me. So since they closed the library or other places that we used to take our kids or things that we used to do with our kids, since they stopped doing it, and I'm talking about even before this corona shit, it's kind of like we look for reasons to be less of a parent, but at the same time, still want all the accolades of being the best parent. And the outcome is coming out in our kids. All this killing going on in these neighborhoods. How could you not value life? Hold on. I'm gonna get a little closer for this one. How could you not teach your child who you brought into this world that he or she must automatically value life? There's too much killing going on. Easily. For nothing. And it's funny because these same ones who's doing some of this killing, they still respect their mother or somebody like that, where you could still get this little nigga to go to a church with you tomorrow, and this is the same little dude that'll kill you tonight, though. Now, if I'm saying anything wrong, again, y'all can hit that link. I don't mind a debate. I don't mind a regular conversation. I'm just a father. A father's father. Look at my face, y'all. Check it out. Dead ass. Y'all see me? How I move, how I groove. I'm real regular. I got grandkids right now. I don't got no time to play. Even if I still wanted to be a player and bone everything, moving and, going all the clubs, nigga, I still got it. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I still got it. But I don't see how it would be beneficial to a movement or to something that'll bring back home to my kids or even to my people. It might get me beneficial momentary pleasure for the night. I'm busting a funky dope move with shorty. You know what I'm saying? Me and her done with it. But other than that, then what? Yes, I got grandkids at this point in my life. I've never used a drug in my life other than weed, marijuana. I never even experimented. There is not a man on the face or a woman on the face of the planet of this earth that could ever say they've seen me do a drug or that I've ever did a drug with them. I was always a scary cat when using drugs, but it's funny because I seen the power and the money that came from selling drugs. And I exploited the shit out of that. And within the process, I now know that I exploited people. This is my time and my opportunity to give back to some of these people. But what I won't do, and I'll say this now into my casket, what I won't ever, ever, never won't do is never be a man for my community, for my people. You know, for those who might be watching this, if y'all haven't subscribed, subscribe. If y'all ain't hit that like button, you hit that like button. Share it. Let people hear this. We need to hold on. We need to be more mindful in the outcome of our kids. You know what? I'm going to say this. I got to say this. And I literally told this person about herself. This happened about, no exaggeration, tonight. I'm live right now. Everybody hear what I'm talking about. I don't know if this person, I think this person might be subscribed to my channel or not. I don't know, whatever. But I'm going to tell some true shit. Something that happened about 4 or 5 months ago, right? So, when I first, very, very first came to Boston. Now listen, this is the fucked up part about it. And I hope people, again, I hope people, when y'all hear this, y'all share this, y'all like this. I'm about to say some shit that I've experienced since I've been in the state of Massachusetts, Boston, Mass. And I had to not only curse this person out, but it made me feel bad that I, as a man, even had to curse somebody out for such a reason like this. So when I first came to Boston, Mass, now mind you, it's funny because this person is really don't play no relevance in my life, 100% then, in the middle, or now. But I'm gonna just tell you how fucking crazy and how sad life goes. And if that person ever see this live, don't you ever do that fucking again with no man. Don't ever, ever, ever do that again with no man. And that was so crazy for you to do. My sister. I'm going to say and I'm going to speak exactly what it was that you did. Hold on, because I'm going to even stop this music for a second. This is the dumbest shit in the world. And it's just so crazy how I had to be the one that, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just trying to, all right, got that bow. All right, leave that right there. So, I ain't going to say her name, though. I ain't going to even blow her up like that, but I got to tell y'all, because this is fucked up. And not only her, if she ever watched this video, I don't know if she's watching now, I don't know. Truthfully, I don't give a fuck. Again, if it was meant for him to tell me something I need to tell you, then I've done my job. So be it. It's on you. So I'm going to tell y'all this crazy shit, right? And I swear everything. Everything I love or ever did, ever will love. This is the true story. So, and again, I'm so G'd up from the feet up, I'm going to keep it a buck, like my nickname Chuck. I'm going to keep it a buck. So, when I first came to the town and all that, me and this individual who I'm about to tell you about, we meet up and all that. We met. I ain't gonna lie. I smoked those boots. Again, I'm keeping it. Oh shit. I'm keeping it a buck. Nigga, I smoked those boots. But this is the thing I didn't like, right? This is the fucked up part I didn't like about it. She was one of those extra masculine joints, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm smooth and I'm kind of, you know, like laid back to a small degree, but I'm a nigga once I'm in beast mode, I'm in beast mode, you know what I mean? So let's just be cool. We ain't got to be no sucker shit, whatever. Anyway, make a long story short, I wasn't feeling her style 100% at all. I'm talking about I wouldn't even take her to a dog fight. She just might win type shit. I'll let y'all catch that later. But anyway, her whole demeanor hard. I'm talking about nigga. Hard. But I ain't gonna lie. Again, we grown, right? Everybody, we grown in the back. You niggas back there, make sure y'all grown. Ain't no kids in here. We got the kids out there. And I ain't gonna lie, that mouth-a-roni was nice. That mouth-a-roni was nice. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So yeah, smash. But after that, I think some type of sense of entitlement came through. Like as if a person can tell you where to go, where to come, when to wake up, drop down, bop, 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 bop. And some of us don't jump for you bitches. I'm just being honest. Some of us move to our own music. We either dancing in step or we probably ain't going to be in the same club. That's all I'm saying. There's too many women out there for me, and there's too many men out there for you. So, you know, I'm only going to go through but so much back and forth with you before I say, you know what? I'm good. You ain't even my type no more. Dead ass. I could like you quick and I could not like you quick. Y'all all know how that shit go. So anyway, she just gave a whole type of demeanor that, you know, I know top grade men and I know low grade men. I don't know too many men from the top or the bottom that like her type. You feel what I'm saying? I was only fucking with the, you know what I'm saying? I only even entertained it. And again, I'm keeping it a buck. I only entertained it because I wanted to see what that mid-doubt do. Feel me? Yeah, keeping it a buck. I was single. I ain't like I was cheating on nobody, whatever. So, get to the moral of the story is this. I spanked her once or twice. Kick it with her once or twice. Come through to the crib, whatever. Make a long story short, those couple times that I came to the crib was the times that we did whatever we was doing, me and her. So again, eventually, you know, I kind of like stopped paying her attention, no contact, no nothing. I wasn't feeling her vibe. Now, this is the funny shit. I'm talking about a year and some change go by. I said about 14, 15 months go by. Out the blue, I'm getting mad. I'm getting like back-to-back texts from somebody. I don't even know what his number is. Now, this is the shit that got me fucking mad. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was working that day. In the Coca-Cola, we was taking down everything inside the whole Coca-Cola plant. You know, we cutting down steel. We doing mad shit in there. So anyway, on my lunch breaks, I called his number back that keep texting and calling. Again, I don't even know this number. So fine, I call it back. I'm thinking it might have been something I gave some, you know what I mean? I called back during my break. And I put this on everything, yeah. She like, hello? A person is like, hello, hi, Eric. Hi, what's up? Who this? She says, such and such. I'm like, now I'm trying to remember in my mental Rolodex that I, you know what I'm saying, do I remember meeting a such and such? You know, that name. is not ringing a bell. 100% not ringing a bell. Then I'm an honest nigga. I'm like, I don't even remember meeting you. Your voice don't sound familiar. Like, then I said the next obvious question: where I know you from? Y'all look in my eyes when I say this is fucked up. This was fucked up. Again. Where I know you from? That voice response to me was, my mother said, call you and see how you're doing. Your mother who? My mother such and such. Then it came to me, oh, her from then. What is her daughter calling me for? What the fuck? You serious? Now, me being a man with kids, of course I'm like, put your mother on the phone. And at that was my point of bargaining. Yo, you bugging. You're bugging. But what if my character of man would have taken advantage of something? Or don't ever do that. Don't ever use a kid as a pawn. You can't even use a man's kid, and that is his kid. You can't even use that kid against him as a pawn. Why would you use your kid and another man's child as a pawn that you're playing in a game with a whole new man? This is, I'm sorry, maybe she's 14, 15, something like that. Really? Nigga. When I come on this channel and I say what I say, it just don't even really be for nothing. That inside edition, sometimes, man, people see shit, understand shit, done went through shit. That if the right person is saying it, being articulate enough to where enough people understand him or her, you'd be surprised the things that you can get across to other people who probably wouldn't have heard it, seen it, picked it up, or received it had it not been for you. So yeah, if I was to give up on myself to any degree, that means I gave up on y'all. That means I gave up on them same kids that I say that I love. That means I gave up for every man and or woman who died for us before we got here. My thing is this. My goal and my aim is not to be at the top of nobody's chain or no chain. I just want to be a part of a moving system that's working for us. I don't care about all that other shit. It's a lot of little confused, real confused boys and girls out here. They confused with the people who might or might love them, might or might not love them. They're confused now even more than ever about their sexual orientation. They are literally teaching a lot of stuff in our schools. In them same schools that we send our kids to. Am I bashing these schools? No. Am I bashing some of these things that they are teaching in our schools or in them schools? No. I'm not bashing that neither. I am saying I'm 100% sure. Now, when I say 100, 100%. When it comes to maybe finances, when it comes to my, maybe certain things, then yeah, other people might can help us stupendously, tremendously, and everything else. True story. But when it comes to love, understanding, respect, communication, community, can't nobody love you like how we love you. Can't nobody love this black skin like how my black folk love me. And that is not to say others can't or don't love me. I don't hate a man or a woman on this earth. I just hate the soul you might have. But I'm also mature enough to know, I might not all necessarily feel the same way about me and those who I love, all of my cousins, all of my sisters and my brothers and my kids. I don't gotta hate you back, but I'm a motherfucking soldier. I'm gonna make sure I'm prepared for those who don't display the love back to me that we might display to them. But am I hating someone? No. Do I actually like some of any and everybody? Yeah. All races. Y'all cool with me. I fucks with y'all. But whether you my own race, a Caucasian, Asian, or anything you are, if I see you and I can look in your eyes, my soulful eyes could look in your eyes, and I don't see nothing but disdain that you might have for my people. Hatred. And so much more. If I can get a hint of that, see that, sniff that, smell that, then yeah, you're not my type of nigga at all. You're not my type of nothing at all. And you're the last type that I would want around those who I claim that I love. And I protect them. And I be who I am to them by showing them that, yeah, I do love you. A lot of us only see a lot of good dads and dads that we wish we had or, on TV, the Huxtables. Relationships like Martin and Gina. But, when we turn that TV off and we get the reality and reality starts speaking, reality don't talk that same shit that they show on these TVs. Do it. They don't. Even those soulful, black, soulful love movies, that real shit, they don't even bring that to the box office no more. That ain't on nobody's screen. Only nigga doing that is Tyler Perry. And the reason, that's a whole nother video. But how he just paint men in all categories, period, I don't agree with. But again, that's a whole different, video. It's a whole different video. I'm gonna holler at you, Tyler Perry, on another note. Let me just, let me get my weight up a little bit more. They don't see our greatness and our love. They nobody. They don't see us like how we see us. They don't. They soul don't burn the same fire for the same reasons as ours do. How they feel as they walk the streets of America is different from how we feel from when we get pulled over by the police, or even all the way down to the water that we are making our kids' baby milk with. Man, we got to question everything because of our skin. So let me ask y'all a question. They say that we should pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, right? That's what they say to us, right? I find that ironic and I find that funny because what if life, society, and just being an average black man in the streets here in the United States, what if that ran down your boots? What boots you gonna still have to pull up by the bootstraps, my brother? It's hard, ain't it? I know. They don't know. Right. You've been through so much abuse. Verbal, physical, psychological, financial, everything. And they really think you got a bootstrap left to pull up. Really, nigga? Really? You think it's a bootstrap left? A lot of us, I'm going to be the one to be honest with y'all. I told you on this channel, I'm never going to lie to you. A lot of us is only still going on the hope and the prayer. Wars are closing in for a lot of us. Eyes is closing on a lot of us. More people. And more people and more people are not seeing us, our plight, our kids, our love for our kids. If I happen to be lucky enough to make it to the pearly gates of my maker, he or she, my upper power, I don't know if it's a he or she, so I'm going to just call it the upper power. Whenever I get upstairs, and I finally get in front of that higher power, I'm going to feel like as long as I've done for myself and any and every one around me, from my mind, my body, and my soul. And as long as there is a such thing as me being accepted the way I've accepted people, then I'll be all right. How many of y'all can honestly sit there and say, if in order for me to get in the pearly gates, I would have had to love someone else to the same extent that God would love me, could y'all say I did? How many of y'all can be able to honestly say when y'all get in front of y'all maker, and he said, as long as you've understood someone on earth as you would want me to understand you. You feel like he'll have the right amount of understanding for you? What if he said to you, y'all ready for this one? What if he said to you, I will only trust you to the same extent that you've trusted someone else? Now, my question to you is, how much would he really trust you? Ooh. This is my personal opinion. And for those who might see this video right now as I'm making it, and for those who might see it down the road, and we have those one-on-one personal conversations, you know the type of mind that I have, and where I'm at with it. And I personally feel like the way I would want my God to accept me is the same way before I leave this earth that I would have to accept someone else. So guess what? If I'm only accepting people at a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or even a 7, when I get upstairs, do I think he'll accept me at an 8, 9, or 10? I need to hear me. Again, I'm going to say that one more time, and I know some of y'all caught it, but there's a couple of y'all in the back who didn't catch it. Look at this funny looking ass nigga back. He ain't even catch it. He ain't catch it. So I'm going to say that again. If you are only trusting, loving, accepting, and understanding someone or people, period, in your life at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even a 6 or 7, do you really think he'll accept you, love you, respect you, and understand you, and everything else higher than that? Probably not. I want my God to accept me all the way. I want my God to hear me all the way. So therefore, they do say that we are in likeness of our higher power, right? So it is my duty and my deed to be that to anyone that crossed my path. On my path of getting better, because I'm not healed yet. I'm not all the way. Still working on me. My consistency, how my mind set up, how I love life, how I see life, and how I have individuals in my life that gives me great reason to not only keep loving them, but also keep loving myself. I can't see me slowing down. I know failure is a possibility, but what is a mandatory is a try. Even if I don't become what I know I can be, even if we as a whole people don't become what we know what we could be, we already doing bad. I don't see a good try being a bad thing. Do you? I don't see you loving someone else to the same extent you would want your Lord to love you as being a bad thing. Do you? When you get through them pearly gates and you want somebody to all the way trust you, you want your higher power to all the way trust you, you make sure before you leave this earth, you trust someone to the same extent that you want your higher power to trust you. You make sure before you close your eyes forever, you make sure you love someone to the same extent that you would want your higher power to love you. You will never get what you never gave. I really wish y'all understood how real, how meaningful, how deep, and how serious what I'm saying. May it be here on earth, or may it be the upper room. You'll never receive when you're not given. Don't ever go to church. Go to your mama house. Go to your kid's house. Go nowhere. And you talking that good God talk. And you talking that good Lord talk. And you won't even almost love somebody to the same extent that you would want God to love you. But yet you'll always go to his house and praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Huh. Do y'all really think y'all fooling the Lord? Do y'all really feel like y'all pulling the wool over that same man's eyes who y'all pray to y'all whole life? He's good enough for y'all to pray to, but not as smart as you, to the point where you think you can fool him. He see your heart, and he see your intent. He see when you were genuine good one of his soldiers, and he see when you were rotten one of somebody else's soldiers. I'm not even a religious man on it like that, but can I get an amen? Can I, you know what? Fuck that, man. It ain't even many people on my live right now, but somebody write an amen in my comments. I think it's real funny. I think it's real ironic that people think they can pull a wool over the Lord's eyes as if he's that dumb, but yet he's good enough for you to pray your whole life under him. You can pray to him your whole life, but you don't respect him enough to try not to pull a wool over his eyes. Man, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So yes, I think if I can get to them pearly gates of my higher power, and he can look at me in my eyes and look in my soul and know that I've loved unconditionally to a certain extent, that's phenomenal. If he can look in my eyes and in my soul and see the levels of trust, understanding, dedication, pain, and everything else that I've experienced, then at that point, and only at that point, I think I'm fully good enough for my Lord's love. Notice, I didn't ask for my Lord for a free love. I know I got to give a love to get a love. God damn, y'all don't hear me. Can I get an amen? I never want to be in front of my higher power and ask of my higher power for something that I was never willing to give no one, myself. And I see a lot of that in a lot of us, a lot of selfishness, a lot of, we understand Everyone got their own life. And we also understand everyone is trying to live their best life. But that don't mean you don't gotta try to understand someone else's life. You don't gotta write them off or not give a fuck about them because it's not your life. You know, I said, I gotta say something. There was people in my family who I haven't spoken to in years. There was people in my family who I have no intentions to speaking to for the rest of my life. That's just the bare truth. But, you know, again, I'm not on here speaking on religion, but can I tell y'all something? They don't hear me though. There's some people that's even my own bloodline. And there's some people who I love, who I've loved to the bitter end, who's not my bloodline, who I said I would never say another word to. I wrote them off. Now, in my human mind and in my human heart, that might be the case. But I'm going to tell any one of y'all that's watching this tonight, or any one of y'all that might watch this tomorrow or any other time, y'all really need to share this video. Y'all should please share this video. People need to hear this. In my human mind and in my human heart, I feel like I'm never going to talk to these people again. Being real. Some are family, some are friends. Notice I keep saying in my human heart, and notice I keep saying in my human mind. Because at any point in my life, I don't give a fuck if I'm on a boat fishing with my grandkids. I don't give a fuck if I'm in the cut, you know what I mean, doing whatever, you know. If I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. If my higher power hit me on that shoulder and he tell me to call whoever, make amends with whoever, work it out with whoever, check on whoever, or anything, then I'm going to do it. And that's how you really show your love for your higher power. You allow him to trump all what you might do. Because some of the things you might do as a mere human, some of the things that you might do as a mere human, you might lose your direction sometime. But your higher power, that's your flashlight. Even when you lose your direction with that flashlight, you can always see. I'm going to say that again. It's going to go over your head. When y'all catch it another time, y'all might understand what I'm saying. You might lose your way sometime in the midst of life. But as long as your higher power is playing a priority role in your life, then even at those moments that you lose direction, your higher power is always going to be able to provide light so you can see where you're going. And as long as you can see where you're going, I don't care how lost you are able to find yourself. But that moment that you lose your light, you are gone forever. Y'all love y'all life. Y'all love the people around y'all life. I said this in one of my recent lives, and I'm going to say this in my live tonight again before I get off. If there is people around y'all that y'all say that y'all give a fuck about, that y'all love, that y'all actually that is somebody to y'all to any degree. Right now, during these trials and tribulations, right now, during this whole pandemic, right now, during this crisis, during this social distancing, states are being locked down, military troops are coming in. Y'all don't know where this is going. Y'all make sure anybody that's in your life that's a true someone to you, you make sure you let them know not only you love them, but this is the time to show those you love. This is the time to show more than talk. They're hearing a whole lot of stuff. They're hearing about all these other people still getting shot even during this pandemic. They're hearing about all these different people dying in different countries, different states, different towns, and different communities. But what they're not hearing is how much they're still being loved. What they're not hearing is that people still thinking about you even in the midst of all this. A lot of people are not getting those phone calls from loved ones just to say, I love you, or I miss you, or I'm thinking about you, or I'm checking on you. This is the time to be those people. Y'all share this with y'all friends. Y'all take this to y'all Facebook. Y'all take this to y'all wherever y'all want to take it. But I'm telling you, if you ever wanted to show a spouse, your kids, a family member, a friend, I don't give a fuck, all the way down to a coworker, that you actually give a fuck about them, right now is the time to do so. Put effort towards putting smile on people's face. They need that right now. That's how we literally, or should I say that's one of the ways that we literally help each other out. During times like this, we provide that mental stimulation that we need to keep going. This is where we need each other now more than ever. So I'm not going to never get on here and talk bullshit. I'm not going to never get on here and not give you the real. I 100%, 110% appreciate, truly appreciate anybody that tuned into my live tonight. I say a slogan a whole lot. We all we got. And it's a whole lot to that. Depending on where your mind set up, depending on how far you see life, how deep you're into life, how much you love life, and how much you understand life. That slogan alone could mean volumes. Again, it's dependent on how your wiring is set up, on how your mental wiring is set up. I don't feel like I'm big enough to ask none of y'all out there to donate towards my cause or do none of that. That's not going to be none of my talk. Although I do have a cash app up there. If you motherfuckers want to throw a nigga $1, $2, nigga, I'll take it, nigga. I need it. I got the princess in the room, nigga. I'll take every dollar. Fuck you talking about. But that's not my talking right now. My objective right now, if y'all really want to put a tip in my hat, no homo. If y'all really want to throw some coins in my hat, with Cash App, nah, for real though, share this. Send it to other platforms. People need to love each other more, now more than ever. We don't know where this is going. The best we can do is start a direction of our own to make sure we're good for whatever that might come. Anything else outside of that? It's killing me. It's breaking my heart. And eventually, when enough of us die and enough people is gone and missing, not only is killing me, it'll eventually kill us. Even if it don't hit you, it hit kids, it hit grandkids. It hits your grandkids, nigga. And if you're a true protector, if you could protect your grandkids today, why wouldn't you? Because it don't affect your life or your household. You think you out of the muck of life, the fuckery of life? You think you've escaped that because of a certain job or because of a certain status or because of a certain plateau? Nigga, really? Word? You think you was bigger than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and them? They killed them. You think your job bigger than what they was doing? That you think you that, no. The moral of my story is we got a whole lot to go. We got a long way to go. And we need us right now more than ever. So y'all can just take it as just another man talking. Or y'all could take it for what it is and hear another man's truth. This is all truth. There's nowhere in the world I can love a woman. There's nowhere in the world I can love a child. There's nowhere in the world I can love nobody if I don't love myself first. And I love myself first by putting people around me and displaying the same love that I'm going to ask from you and that I'm going to ask from my Lord. And I'm going to close this out like this. There is nothing that I'll ask from my Lord that I haven't given to somebody on earth. And I promise. Peace, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.